What's up, NFL fans? It's NFL Nate back again. I know I took a bit of a break, but we're back again. I'm ready for this 2021 season, so we're going to kick it off with a predictions video. As you can see, I'm on Playoff Predictors, and I went through the whole schedule, and I've predicted every team's record. I'm going to quickly go through why I chose that record for their team, and then I'm going to go through the playoffs and pick a Super Bowl champion. So if you enjoy this, hit the like. Let's jump right into this. So first, I have the AFC North, and this was a close race between the Ravens and the Browns. And right now, I have the Ravens winning and the Browns right behind. I think it's going to be neck and neck. The reason I think the Ravens and the Browns are so close are the Browns have an overall better roster, but I trust the coaching and the quarterback of the Ravens more. So they're very, very close. Then I have the Steelers just missing out on the playoffs at 8 and 9. I think that O-line really needs some help, and Ben Roethlisberger is aging. And then I got the Bengals at 6 and 11. They're going to be very good in the next few years, but right now they're just not ready. Moving on to the AFC South, I got the Titans going 13 and 4. I really like the Titans this year. I think the additions of Julio Jones makes their offense close to unstoppable with Derrick Henry, A.J. Brown, Ryan Tannehill. So I think they grab the number 2 seed. Then the Colts, they also just miss out on the playoffs. I think they just miss out mainly because Carson Wentz, it's going to be hard for that offense to get rolling. And if I showed you what games they won, I had them going 1 and 4 to start off the season. They make a comeback, but just not enough. Then I have the Jags at 4 and 13. I think it's tough. They got a lot of new pieces, but just like the Bengals, I think they got a young quarterback in Trevor Lawrence, and they're going to be good going into the future. And then the Texans, I don't think that needs an explanation. Moving down, I got the Bills going 13 and 4. Josh Allen had close to an MVP season, so I think they'll keep that up, and they take a 3 seed. Then the Patriots, I have them just sneaking in. I don't know if Mac Jones will play or not, but their roster is very good. And I like their quarterback situation, too. I think Cam Newton or Mac Jones, I think both of them will do good with all the new tight ends and weapons they got. And then the Dolphins, I have them just missing out. And people are going to give me a lot of hate for this probably, but I just don't see Tua playing well. I have them starting off bad, and I don't see Tua being able to play well down the stretch. He just choked in too many games last year. And then the Jets, I have them going 2 and 15. They're on the uprise, but with the rookie quarterback and a lot of new pieces, they're not going to be looking good. Then I got the Chiefs. They're going 15 and 2. I think they'll have a good season, and Patrick Mahomes will keep doing Patrick Mahomes things. Then I got the Chargers. I have them going 11 and 6. I think Justin Herbert and the new coaching with all that talent on the roster, I think they can make a wild card spot going 11 and 6. Then I have the Raiders and Broncos, and rounding out the AFC, the Broncos, they have a really good roster like the Patriots. I just don't like Teddy Bridgewater or Drew Lock as much as I like Mac Jones and Cam Newton. So I do not think they're going to do well at all. And then the Raiders, Derek Carr, I don't know. I don't trust him. And they really need an offensive line and a defense. Okay, moving on to the NFC. I got the Packers winning the division. Aaron Rodgers is playing. I think they can do very well. The Vikings, I think I have them just missing out. My reasoning why is because though they have a very good offense, their defense has not, I don't think is up to par, so I think they'll miss out. Then I got the Bears. I think with the quarterback situation, it's going to be tough for them to do well. If Justin Fields steps in at week 1, I'd actually have them having more wins, but I don't think that's going to happen. And then for the Lions, I think they have a great offensive line. Just Jared Goff is going to have no one to throw to, and they don't have a secondary, so that's not going to be looking too good for them. Then I have the Bucks. They're the number 1 seed. I have them going 15 and 2. Tom Brady's the GOAT. Then I have the Saints. They miss out. I think it's going to be tough transition for the Saints not having Drew Brees, so I don't think they're going to do as well. Then the Panthers and Falcons. I don't know. The Falcons, they don't have a defense. The Panthers, they are just, their offensive line is iffy, and with Sam Darnold in, I don't trust them to put up points. And then the Cowboys, I have them winning the division over the football team. It was literally, you can see the records are the exact same. It just, the Cowboys ended up winning it. but I think the football team is right there. It's neck and neck. Either one could win. Then I got the Giants and Eagles. Both of them iffy quarterback situations. The Eagles have a very good D-line, but besides that, they really have close to nothing. Then you have probably the best division in the NFL, in my opinion. The NFC West is absolutely stacked. You got the Rams going 14-3. I think Matthew Stafford makes that team a Super Bowl contender right off the bat. Then you got the Cardinals at number 5, the Seahawks at 6, 49ers at 7. I think the whole NFC West will make the playoffs, which is pretty ridiculous if you think about it. But I do think the Cardinals, Kyler Murray, the Seahawks, Russell Wilson, and then the overall roster of the 49ers is so good that even if their quarterback play is iffy, but they have Jimmy Garoppolo or Trey Lance, which are both good options. So I think they also do well. It's going to be a tight race, but I think all three of these teams make it in. Now, let's go to the playoffs. Starting off in the AFC, I got Browns-Ravens. Now, this one's interesting because Lamar versus Baker Mayfield. I trust Lamar a little more. I'm going to go with the Ravens. Now, this is probably where people are going to not like me, but I actually think the Chargers are going to win this. Why? Because I think their defense will be enough to slow down the Bills. The Chargers' offensive line will be calibrated at this point, and the Bills don't really have a pass rush. So I think in a shootout, Justin Herbert will be able to scramble, and the Bills' D-line won't be able to get to the Chargers, and the Chargers with Joey Bosa will be able to get to Josh Allen. So I think the Chargers actually upset, and Justin Herbert gets his first playoff win. Then I think the Titans, they beat the Patriots. I don't think Cam Newton or Mac Jones will be able to beat that up with Ryan Tannehill and Derrick Henry and Julio Jones. Moving on to the NFC side of things. This is an interesting game because you got the Cowboys versus the Cardinals, another shootout. But if I have to decide, I'm actually going to go with the Cardinals here. My reasoning here is I do think that Kyler Murray and that they have a more complete defense, and in a shootout type game, I trust the Cardinals, especially with DeAndre Hopkins. You saw the Hail Murray last year. And so I think they win in a close game there. Then the Seahawks versus Packers. I think Aaron Rodgers is going to get the edge here just because the Seahawks, they haven't been very good in the playoffs the past years. And the Packers actually have a defense. So I'm going to give it to the Packers. Now, a division matchup. You got the Rams versus the 49ers. I'm going to give this one to the Rams. I trust their quarterback play a little more, especially in the playoffs with Matthew Stafford. This will be Matthew Stafford's, I don't know if he's been in the playoffs before, but this will be his first real chance to make it to the Super Bowl. Moving on to the divisional round, we got the Ravens versus the Titans. Give me the Titans. I think they're clearly they're one of the top offenses in the game, easily top 5, and I think they just overpower the Ravens with their offense explosion. And then I think this is where Herbert's journey ends. The Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes is not in the divisional round. He's been here already 3 times, and I think he gets the edge over Herbert, maybe next year for him. And then we got the Packers versus the Rams. We saw this divisional matchup last year, and now it's happening again. This is going to be really close, but I'm going to give it to the Rams just because I think they have a much better defense, and I think they can slow down the Packers with Jalen Ramsey and Aaron Donald. And then I don't think this is a surprise. I think the Bucs are winning against the Cardinals. Moving on to the championship games, we got the Chiefs versus Titans. Give me Patrick Mahomes. I don't think the Titans are that good enough. I just trust him in the clutch situations. And then give me the Bucs. I think this is going to be a Super Bowl 56 is going to be the same as Super Bowl 55. We're going here. And I think the end result is the same as well. I know this is kind of a little bit boring, but I do see the Buccaneers winning again. Tom Brady just is going to have a full training camp and a full offseason with these guys after they just won the Super Bowl and they kept all the pieces they needed. I think it's a no-brainer in my opinion. I think the Bucs are going to repeat. Tom Brady's going to get his 8th ring, and everyone's going to like him a little bit less. But that's my playoff predictions. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. See ya.